The immortal Hulk Hogan, one of the most famous and recognizable athletes of all time. But what's behind the fame? Who is Hulk Hogan really? Well, it all started with his real-life career as a wrestler. So let's take a look back at how Hulk Hogan became the man we know today. Hulk Hogan, real-life wrestling career. Early life and training. Before he was Hulk Hogan, he was Terry Gene Bollea, born on August 11, 1953, in Augusta, Georgia, USA. As a kid, he was interested in music, playing the bass guitar and even briefly performing with a band. However, his passion for wrestling began when he was just 14 years old watching Gorgeous George and later Bruno Sammartino. After graduating high school, he studied criminology at the University of South Florida and began serious weight training and powerlifting. By age 19, he was already a competitive bodybuilder. In the late 1970s, he decided to pursue professional wrestling. He traveled to Japan to train with the legendary Hiro Matsuda. It was there that Matsuda broke Hogan's leg with a knee drop to test his toughness. Hogan recovered and returned to training, impressing Matsuda with his dedication. Matsuda would later say that Hogan was the only student he ever broke a bone. Wrestling debut. Hogan made his wrestling debut in the late 1970s in Florida, initially using the name the Super Destroyer. He also wrestled as Sterling Golden and then Terry Boulder before landing his first national break in 1979 when he joined the World Wrestling Federation, or WWF, now known as WWE. He was managed by the veteran wrestler and promoter Classy Freddie Blassie. While in the WWF, Hogan appeared in the 1980 blockbuster movie Rocky III, portraying the role of Thunder Lips, a fictional wrestler who battles Rocky Balboa. This exposure significantly boosted his popularity. However, his success in Hollywood led to tension with Vince McMahon Sr., the owner of the WWF. Over his movie commitments, Hogan was let go from the WWF in 1981. During this time, he also wrestled in New Japan Pro Wrestling, or NJPW, where he became a big star. He adopted the name Axe Bomber as his finisher. WWF Era and Hulkamania. After leaving the WWF, Hogan continued to wrestle in various promotions, including NJPW and the American Wrestling Association, or AWA. He returned to the WWF in 1983, now under Vince McMahon Jr., who had taken over the company from his father and was expanding the WWF nationally. On January 23, 1984, at Madison Square Garden, Hogan defeated the Iron Sheik to win the WWF Championship for the first time. This victory marked the beginning of Hulkamania, a pop culture phenomenon that took the wrestling world by storm. Hogan's larger-than-life persona, complete with signature red and yellow gear, the Real American theme song, and catchphrases like, "Say your prayers, train, and eat your vitamins. What you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you?" captivated audiences. He headlined the first 9 WrestleManias from 1985 to 1993, further cementing his status as a global icon. Some of his most iconic matches during this era include his body slamming of Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3 in 1987, which drew a then-record crowd of 93,173 fans, the match between Hogan and Randy Savage at WrestleMania 5 in 1989, where the Mega Powers explode, and his showdown with Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 6 in 1990. During his initial run in the WWF, Hogan held the WWF Championship 6 times. WCW and NWO era. In 1994, Hogan signed with World Championship Wrestling, or WCW, where he won the WCW World Heavyweight Championship multiple times. However, it was in 1996 that he shocked the wrestling world by turning heel for the first time in decades, aligning himself with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash to form the New World Order, or NWO. This Hollywood Hogan persona was one of the most successful reinventions in wrestling history. As the leader of the NWO, Hogan helped WCW dominate the WWF in the ratings during the Monday Night Wars. With his trademark black and white NWO shirt, he portrayed a villainous character that was despised by fans, a departure from his wholesome Hulkamania persona. Hogan held the WCW World Heavyweight Championship 6 times during his time with WCW. WWE return and later. Career after a 4-year hiatus, Hogan made a surprise return to the WWE in 2002, appearing with the NWO at the Royal Rumble. Following WrestleMania X8, he reverted to his Hulkamania persona after a match against The Rock. Later that year, he became the WWE Undisputed Champion for the second time at age 48. In 2005, he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame by none other than Sylvester Stallone, who praised Hogan for bringing wrestling into the mainstream. Despite being retired, Hogan continued to wrestle sporadically until 2006, feuding with Vince McMahon, Shawn Michaels, and Randy Orton, among others. In 2009, he joined Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, or TNA, as an on-screen authority figure and occasional wrestler. Although his time in TNA was a bit of a mixed bag, he helped bring more attention to the company. Throughout his career, Hogan has won numerous championships and accolades. He was named PWI Wrestler of the Year multiple times and was also inducted into the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Hall of Fame. So there you have it. The incredible journey of Hulk Hogan from his early days as a bodybuilder to becoming the larger-than-life persona that took the world by storm. Thank you for watching this channel. If you want to watch more about great wrestlers, stay tuned for more updates.